Hey Taurus, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for September 2nd, 2024. This is for Taurus last shuffle here. Let's see what's up. Taurus, we have fear and we have courage. Oh gosh, are we afraid to stand up? Are we that sounds wild because Tauruses are like I've said so many times, the sign to me of speak the truth. Even if your voice shakes, they will say whatever they have to say, even if it's like, even if everybody's staring at them funny, they're like, well, I'm just gonna say it. Your voice is shaking and everything, well, fine, I'll just fight my tears on stage, but I'm doing it. And I see that someone's afraid of history repeating itself. Okay, and that's a valid fear. Okay, and the courage, it takes a lot of courage to believe that you have all the tools necessary now that you didn't have before. They're saying that everything is a continuous loop for you. You need to know that everything was meant to be and exists on a continuum. And by that, I mean, oh my gosh, there was a movie. I can't remember the name of the movie now, where there was like aliens that came down and they looked like huge elephant slash octopuses or something, and they were teaching us that everything is together, everything is all jumbled up. Like they were, I can't even get the right words for this, so I'll just leave it there. But however it goes, the Hermit, Six of Cups, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups, with fear, speaks a lot about how you may be afraid of the past, making mistakes in the past, or you know how like we're stuck with impossible options, and the fear is that you might, like, the past might come back, right? It won't. It won't repeat itself. But something about it is that you're supposed to learn from it in a sense, and to be take those lessons with you and talk about it to someone, especially when it comes to like youth, children. Speak from a very compassionate and loving place about how hard it was for you to make certain choices. And if you had something to do all over again, you would have done what you felt was right to do instead. You would have done what you wanted to do instead. And to express this about how when you become older, you don't want to look back like this and say, I wish I would have done what would have made me happiest. And there's something here about that. Like, this is part of your path in the first place. You were meant to make certain decisions. You were meant to go down certain paths just for this moment, to be able to tell someone else and to be empowered by your truth. All of your heartache, all of your losses, everything. You were meant to go down these paths. You were meant to have an impossible decision, no matter if it's a no-brainer or not at this point in your life. Like back then, it's like you didn't know who you were. You didn't know what you were doing. It's important to just kind of like forgive yourself for those things, because how, I mean, you know what I mean? It's almost like I just saw a meme about this, or like a post about this once, and it just shook me to my core. It said something to the tune of like, stop letting the old you, no, stop letting the new you judge the old you. You did not know better. Keep healing, kind of thing. The best is yet to come. And this is saying the same thing, just about. And I remember that because I was like, "Ooh, gosh, that was hitting me where it hurt right there." Because I think a lot of us do attempt to allow the old us to judge. I mean, the new us to judge the old us. Like, how could you have done that? It's so obvious that that was the wrong choice. And it's like, well, you didn't know that at the time. Even if you knew it, you didn't know it, or else you would have did better. So Spirit wants you to use this as a stepping stone to teach and to bridge gaps with the youth or someone young, or there's a disparity between the ages. So that would say something to that magnitude. And to believe in yourself, and to allow your truth to inspire you and to encourage you. back and forth with Seven of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Some of you may be very, very on the fence about what to say because of a fear of repeating history. So this would tell me that whoever this is, even if you don't have children, this could be your future children. You may be saying, I'm never telling them I was like this. They don't need to know. So some of you may be in that space where you're not going, like, you're like, oh, I don't know if I should tell them the truth, or should I just lie about my lesson? Should I just tell them, or hide my lesson, or hide my past, and just talk to them from a place of, I learned growing, as I got older, I learned this or that, instead of saying, this is what I did and this is how I learned it. And I don't want you to go through that. So I'm telling you, there's a back and forth tendency to be like, listen, this is new territory. I don't know if I want to disclose all that stuff, right? You may not be proud of certain things. And so that's what they've got on that front here. Your intention is in some way is to learn a lesson, but spirit is saying, as you're teaching, you're learning as well, as you're telling, or as you're doing whatever it is, right? As you're speaking, you're back and forth about how to change something for the better, or change a situation with someone or something for the better. The loving man, though, with the Five of Swords and Nine of Cups, man, this loving man energy is not gender specific, but this would be someone who wants things to get better. This is someone who wishes for the past to stay in the past. This is someone who wants to let go of all the baggage, especially anything that they've done to sabotage the connection that you have with them. They're like, I know I messed up, but please, could we just leave that in the past and move forward to a brighter future? They really want to be in your life. They're sorry. There's something about them saying, I'm really, really sorry about the past. And if I ever made you feel like it was it was hard for me to choose, which is very, very sad. Of course, if it's easy to choose, right? And they're like, I chose something else because it was easier. This would be someone who made you feel like it was hard. Like, how could it be hard if I'm one of the options? It can't be hard. You're choosing me, obviously, right? They're saying, I'm sorry. And it's not that there was options like romantic options or anything like that. There were other things more important in this space, right? When this comes up, it's like, I didn't know. They're afraid. There's an energy of fear that you don't really want to let things go, or let things, to move forward. And it's almost like they're looking back at their past and saying, I can imagine, I can understand why you wouldn't want, you know. So there's something here about saying, I just want to leave all that stuff in the past. I know I messed up. I know I sabotaged things. I know that I wasn't completely honest. I know I wasn't the nicest person, or whatever it is. They're wanting to be honest now. They're being brave and being completely honest, and they believe in a future with you. Right? So that's that loving man energy. Even if it's not romantic, this is people in general in your space. Could be a child, could be anything, right? Loving man is about someone who has done something. They act, right? They react, they act, they are catalysts to change in life. And this would be someone who's like, I'm kind of messed up, but what I really want to do is sail away from all that chaos and move into a brighter future with you. So you could be dealing with an Aries or a Virgo. We also have another Taurus or a Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So you could be an Aries Taurus cusp. We have Pisces Aries cusp. And if you're not dealing with these signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.